Once again, everybody. My name is Kola for Blessing, and I'll be your facilitator for today's content strategy class. So we should begin the class proper. I'll start by sharing my screen now so that we can all access the presentation. Can we see my screen? Can we all see my screen?
Yes, I can see
All
it.
right.
Yes, we can see.
Yes, thank you very much. So once again,
Yes.
welcome. So we're talking properly on content writing in practical approach, which is still under copywriting 101. I don't know if anybody was in the class as at last 2 weeks. That was when I took the class last, where we talked about content, how you get to formulate the ideas, you bring them to life by writing them down as written documents in order to pass messages across to your desired audience or to your targeted audience. Now, that is just main or pure content writing. That is not what the practical approach to content writing. Because once we talk about the practical approach to content writing, now we are talking about the methodologies and the technologies or the techniques that are involved in what content writing. So this class is going to open you to the following. We have basics of copywriting. So the content of this class today is basics of copywriting. You will know what copywriting is all about, how to write a compelling sales copy. That is, will tell you, or you will be exposed to the fact that copywriting is not limited to a particular set of persons. Probably you believe in that misconception before, but now you are going to see it that yes, copywriting can be done by anybody, and then you can be able to draft what compelling sales copies. So far you are able to follow the what tips to or for writing copies that can help you sell your brand, your businesses and your products, or even your services. Now we also have importance and benefits of copywriting. So these are the 4 main guides to our class today. So let's go. The first one is introduction. Now, copywriting is a skill that every content creator, marketer, and digital developer needs to have at their fingertips. It is not limited to a particular system. Anyone can use it irrespective of whether they write for corporate business or personal brand. Now, it's just like what I mentioned before. When we are talking about copywriting is a skill that help you sell your brand. It even help you sell yourself. That is, if you are able to do the certain thing that you're meant to do or follow the particular framework that you're meant to follow. So you might have been hearing about copywriting and you'll be wondering, oh, how do this copywriting generate lead for people? How do this copywriting works and all of them like that? Or is it that copywriting is limited to a particular set of individuals in the marketing sector? Or do they need a particular thing to put in place before they can copyright? No. The answer is copywriting is not limited to a particular system, a particular person. You can write or you can copyright it, even if you are a personal brand or you are a corporate business. So copywriting is for everybody. Also, the art of drafting captivating content is to trigger the emotions of your prospects. Know that your business starts automatically with understanding what your audience wants. Now, when we talk about copywriting, a lot of copywriters, I wouldn't really say copywriters, because copywriters really understand their audience because they have directed audience where they channel their content to. A lot of writers who are not copywriter think to direct their content to audiences that they are not sure of. The first thing you have to do as a beginner in copywriting is to understand that you have to get a targeted audience for your business. You have to understand that, okay, these are the sets of persons that I want to channel my resources to. These are the set of persons that I want to write messages to. I want to pass messages to. For what? For my own selling, or for me to be able to boost my sales. So please, copywriting will really, really help you promote your sales. In fact, it will help you gather a lot of prospects if you are able to use it very well, if you are able to use the skill very well. But then it means that you have to understand your audience first. That is the first stage of any business. Now, let us now go to business. You will see how copywriting comes into the business world now. So under this place, we'll be talking about the business mechanism. We talked about how anybody can become a copywriter, and then how copywriting as a skill can help you channel your resources, your content, and even your message to your desired audience and your targeted audience. So now for business mechanism, this is the way you'll be able to understand what business truly is, and then you'll be able to now subject the instrument of copywriting to your business proper, irrespective of the kind of business that you are doing. You understand? So the term business is the act of buying and selling. I hope you guys know that already. You know that business involves you buying, selling, negotiating, exchanging currencies, advertising, marketing, and all of them like that. I hope you guys know that. Hello?
Yes, yes, yes.
Please, please, and please. I really love my class to be interactive. That way I'll be able to know that, yes, I'm doing justice to the class. So please,
Yes.
once we ask question, please endeavor to answer it. Thank you very much. I will appreciate that. So as I was saying, so simply put, the method of give and take when it comes to business, a particular group of person is giving out their resources, and a particular set of other individuals are taking it. So we have the buyer. The buyer is the person that is taking the resources. Then we have the seller. The seller is the person that is pushing out the resources. That's why I said in business the seller is the slave while the buyer is the king. Yes, that is business mechanism for you. If you want to thrive in business, you must be able to show your audience that love that they desire. You must be able to portray your audience as the king. Everybody, or some people, if you're into business already, you hear some people say customers are always right. The truth is, at some point customer will not be right. You understand? You yourself, you know it as a business or a marketer, but then you just want to please your customer, or you want to please your audience. So that is why you try to treat them right, even if what they are doing is not good. You understand? So at times the seller is always the slave, because you want to generate leads, and you want to make money for your business. You want to make profit for your business. And then the buyer is the king. Now the seller gives, whereas the buyer takes. It's just like what I said. But then there's one thing that is very, very important. Let us go to the next slide. You will see it. In business, advertising is important, and making sales is mandatory. Have you ever seen a business firm or a marketing firm whereby the marketer will tell you that he's only there for the seller, or he's only there for the buyer, rather, I'm sorry, and then he does not want to make sales? Have you had anything like that? Have you had anything like that? In a
No.
marketing firm or in a business firm, the buyer or the seller will be telling you that, as a seller, I'm only caring about my buyer. There's nothing concerning me with sales. Have you had anything like that?
No, no.
Yes, that is to tell you that in business, irrespective of the fact that you are trying to please your customer, you must be able to carry your own business goal at the back of your mind. So if you are trying to please your customer, I repeat, do not forget the fact that your business is trying to achieve a particular goal, and that goal is to make sales. Is to make sales. So all that matters here is the customer, we agree. But if a marketer satisfies his or her customer, they are bound to come for more in the future. You see it now. So this is why advertising is important. But then how do you advertise if you do not know how to package your content? How do you advertise if you do not know who are your audiences, your desired audiences, what they want, and what you want to offer to them? This is why copywriting is important. So I ask, but how do you project the brand? This is where copywriting comes in. We want to satisfy our audiences. We want to give them whatever they desire. We want to be able to please them so that we can generate leads for our businesses. But then one thing is important, which is passing the right information. But how do you pass the right information when you don't even know where to start or what to do? Now let us go to the next slide. You see, that is why you need a copywriter, or you become one. Interesting. There is a reason why I love copywriting, because copywriting makes you do a lot of things that you yourself do not even think you can do. Copywriting gives you that edge over your competitor in business. Copywriting makes your advertisement very, very effective. In fact, copywriting helps you promote visibility. It helps you promote your brand. It helps you promote your business. It helps you promote your organization. So far, you are able to what? To put yourself in that in that particular place and follow particular tips and methodologies that you are meant to follow. Now the next slide. So why do you have to get a copywriter for your business, or why do you have to become a copywriter? It is because a copywriter understands that written words have the power to transform people's mind, make them take an action about a product or service, or convince them to think differently. Now, this is very, very, very fantastic. The reason why you need a copywriter, because a lot of persons might be like, oh, I don't really need a copywriter so far my business is going well. Yes, the fact still remains that even if your business is going well, you still have to put some things into place. And even if you are satisfying your customers are coming more and more and more, you still have to put some things into consideration. And that is where advertising comes in. And even if you cannot do the advertising yourself, you have to get an advertising agent to help you do that. But you can save yourself the costs by becoming a copywriter. You see it now. Is it that you employ somebody to help you do the job, or then you do the job by yourself? The reason why you are doing this is for you to be able to prospect well. If you do not prospect well, you'll be wasting your time as a business owner. If you do not prospect well, you won't be able to pass the necessary information to your audiences. If you do not even prospect well, you won't be able to make that audience to take certain action about your product or your service. So what do? You become a copywriter, because as a copywriter, you understand the psychological effect behind written words. You understand that, oh, there's a particular way that if I should write, it's going to transform this audience's mind or this customer's mind. And then I'll be able to promote my goods and services, and I'll be able to generate leads. That is why you need a copywriter, or why you need to even become a copywriter. The benefit is so elaborate that you cannot even finish it in one business and pattern. So now, what is copywriting? Wow, you're moving to the most interesting aspect of the class now. So permit me to ask, who wants to try? Apart from what we have on the screen now, what do you think copywriting is all about? I'm so certain that you would have been hearing about copywriting, copywriters. What do? They do this, they do that. So who wants to tell us, what do you know about copywriting, or what can you say about copywriting? I want to believe everybody is still in this class and we are following, please. What can you say about copywriting? Hello?
Okay, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so based on my basic understanding of copywriting is the ability to write a convincing sales copy to
I can't hear
emotionally
you.
appeal.
Can you please
just give me a second.
project so we can hear you?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I said copywriting is simply the ability to write a convincing sales copy, depending on the audience that you want to depending on your target audience now. So if it's going to be for your personal business, so your ability to probably promote your personal brand, or if it's going to be a business, if it's going to be like you're writing for a business proposal or something, the ability to convince them. It's literally just trying to pass an information to the audience that you're trying to reach in such a way that they would understand without having to ask too many questions. Yeah.
All right. Wow, fantastic. Thank you very, very much. Even if I really don't hear what you said, I heard the fact that you were talking about you knowing your audience, like distinguishing your audience among the crowd. Because the fact is that we have crowd of people, but then everybody cannot be your audience. Everybody cannot be your client. Everybody cannot be your customer. So what do? You identify this particular set of persons in the crowd that, oh, this is what they need. And this is what my business is all about. So let me just direct my messages. At least I had the fact that you said getting the right message to them. So let me just channel my message to them. That is very, very fantastic. And that is what copywriting helps you to do. Thank you very much for that. I really love that. So now back to our slide. What is copywriting? Copywriting is the activity of selling in prints for advertisement or other promotional material. Now, there's something I want you to take note of in this definition. Activity, selling in prints. If you're writing, please, you can underline. Then advertisement. Now, copywriting is a very, very beneficial tool over the time, because it has really helped a lot of business become what widely known all over the world. And then over the time, copywriting has set the path for numerous other activities to take place. That is why it is an activity, because it is not always, it's not just dealing with you writing and passing information. Copywriting, there is more to copywriting than just writing messages for your audience, probably in order to what generate leads. Now, the reason why I said there is more to copywriting is because copywriting has been able to transform society principles, in the sense that it has been able to make the economic principles, yes, let me use that, the economic principles to change into certain patterns that will be favorable to your own business. That is one secret I'm telling you. Copywriting is very, very powerful for anybody that knows how to use it, or for anybody that wants to knows how to use it. That is why it is an activity. Because it's an activity because it is always progressive. It is not it's not dependent on a particular form of usage. It is progressing. As time progresses, you understand that there are some things that you can bring into copywriting that can even help you the more. That is why it is an activity. Now, selling in print. The reason why copywriting sells in print is because copywriting does not deal with just audio messages. There are some people that copyright, but they do it in form of audio messages, audio courses, podcasts, and all of them like that. There is more to it by selling in print. When we talk about selling in print, it means that copywriting help you convert those currencies. Anyone you want for your business. It can be either euro, it can be either naira, pounds, Japanese yen. Yes, you can define the currency that you want, and then you can work towards it, and then get those prospects from those particular countries, and then exchange their currencies. So far, you are giving them what they want, and then they are getting the benefit of your product. Now, for advertisement or other promotional material, this is just to tell you that copywriting does not only deal with you writing, just like I said, or you creating audio courses. You can also serve as other promotional materials, in the sense that you can draft email letters. You can also do a form of social media marketing through blogging, SEO writing, and all of those things that you can talk about. So it is a prominent component of content marketing, yes, because it enjoins the act of writing words, which is sales in print. You see it, and with the science of advertising, which is message. Now, as a copywriter, you have to understand the mechanism behind copywriting, because copywriting is a very, very good tool when it comes to content marketing. In fact, as a content marketer, you should be able to use copywriting. Copywriting should be one of those effective tools that you use to change or transform the customer's mind. So when it comes to copywriting, there are two things that are involved. We have arts here, and then we have science of advertising. When we are talking about arts, we talk about how you get to research about the particular message you want to pass across to your audience, and then how you are now able to convert that research to something worthwhile, to something that they need, and to something that they can see, and they will not even take their eyes off it, and they are going to be able to take the respective action that you want them to take. Still on the mechanism, as an act, I'm so sorry, there has to be space here. As an act that involves a persuasive form of compelling people to take a specific action. Now, I want you to know that there is a difference between a content writer and a copywriter. When you talk about content writing, a content writer might not really write in order to make the audience take action. Yes, the content writer might just be writing to pass information, to educate the audience, to inspire the audience, to motivate the audience, or any other thing that you can think. But copywriting involves what? Selling in print. That's the mechanism, because it involves you telling the audience, apart from giving them a particular message, you have to call the audience attention to doing what you want them to do. It can either you telling them to purchase your products, call you in for services and all of them like that. But then it must be what? You must be leading your audience to something as a copywriter. It's not just giving them the message that they want and then leave them like that. No, you must be able to tell them what step to take next. And that is why we talk about copywriting as being an act that involves a persuasive form of compelling people to take a specific action. Do you see it now? Because copywriting is channeled to a particular goal, and the goal is to help you boost your sales. That is the major essence of copywriting. So why will you just be passing a message without telling your audience what to do? You understand? It will make sense. And then it is no longer copywriting, it is now content writing. For copywriting, you pass your messages to your desired audience or to your targeted audience, and then you tell them, oh, I've showed you the benefits of this product, the offers that you get to enjoy if you purchase this product. Do well to reach out to me on my website to get your orders, or do well to reach out to us on this platform. Probably you give them your WhatsApp number, your email info to get across to you, so that they can know what's next, or the next line of action to follow. So specifically, copywriting helps businesses gain clarity by allowing marketers to channel resources to target audience. It's just simply what we have been saying, that with copywriting, you'll be able to know who your audiences are among the crowd, and then you'll be able to give them the desired message or the right message and make them do as you want. Now, what is copywriting used for? Everybody, we have been saying it, that copywriting help you generate leads. Copywriting will help you convert your audience to your prospects, from your prospect to your clients, and then from your client to somebody that would always come to have more and more and more. So now, what is copywriting used for? Now, it is used effectively for a range of business marketing and branding assets. Yes, that is just what you can use copywriting for. You can either use it for your business in terms of marketing, or in terms of branding assets, in terms of if you are a personal brander, for instance, you can still use copywriting to convert your audience to trust you, to like you, and then to do as you say. Yes, it also applies to that method or that format or line of business. So for instance, copywriting can be used for social media ads, that's advertisement. You know, there are sometimes that you might be scrolling on Facebook, on Instagram and the like, then something will just pop up out of somewhere, or you are even on an app, something will just pop up. I remember, yes, YouTube is a very good example. You might just be watching a movie on YouTube, and then you just see an ad will pop up. That is what copywriting for you. That is one way you can channel copywriting, or that is what you can use copywriting for. A lot of business organization uses copywriting in this format by helping them gain visibility, to just project their business, project their products to the face of the audience, so that those that are interested in it can take action. We also have emails, newsletter. This one is majorly that concerns them getting a wider audience and then reaching to that wider audience. Then we have print ads. This can come in form of magazines and the likes. We have landing page. This one can come in form of you advertising your product in AdSense. So for instance, you can always refer somebody to your landing page to see what you have as an offer, as a product, and then they will reach back to you. And then we have promotional content like podcasts, yes, the audio course or the audio form of passing messages. We have TV and audio adverts. These ones are things that are visual that you can see, you understand? In terms of the TV advert, you know, we see a lot of businesses come up on TVs, on radio, give their advertisement about their product. They'll tell you, oh, we are selling close up. Close up is very good because it's going to make your teeth white. You'll be able to smile. You'll be shining. You'll be able to stand out from the crowd. Once you use close up, once you smile like this in the crowd, everybody will know that, yes, you are different. That is copywriting for you rather. That is what copywriting is used for, in order to generate lead and to get people to take specific action. Now, still on what copywriting is used for, it is used okay, I think this is still the same. Sorry. All right. Okay, we are done with, yes, we are done with the benefits, or what copywriting is used for, rather, not benefits. Now, this is how you can now write good sales copy. If you are somebody that is interested in going into copywriting, or you have been doing copywriting before, you would understand better than those that are just coming in. But for the sake of those that are just coming into copywriting, they want to know how to write sales copy. They've been hearing about copywriting, how copywriting is good to help you make sales in your businesses. Yes, you are in the right place. Welcome. Sit down, take a deep breath, because we're about to go right in. So let's start. Your copies do great things only if you follow the right framework. Yes, it's just like school. In school, they will tell you if you don't read, you will not pass. Shebi? Yes. So you want to pass, you have to read. The same thing applies to copywriting. Following this framework makes your copy, or make your copy rather, I'm sorry, more valuable to your audience. Now, it is called code. It is very simple. The reason why we used to use this thing, most copywriters used to use it. It depends on their own format. Everybody have their format. It's so that you'll be able to remember. Once you remember code, you remember that, oh, this is a particular tip I can use to write copies that sell. You understand? So code and KOC. This one is KOC framework. Now let's go. The first one is code. So code simply means, C stands for craft a converting headline. O stands for overcome customers' objection. D stands for delve into your audience psychology. And then E stands for emphasize your value proposition. Yeah, correct. So please remember, code, tips to writing copies that sell. We have code and we have KOC, but then we'll start with code first. C stands for craft a compelling or converting headline. O stands for overcoming customer objection. D stands for dive into your audience's psychology. And E stands for emphasize your value proposition. Now C, which is craft a converting headline. I want to believe that we are all in the content class, the introductory class of how you want to start writing content, or how you gather information to what package as content. Now, one thing we discussed then was you having a compelling because according to research, from that 80%, you're able to get 50% to read the main content, and then plus the 20% remaining that will still surely reach the content that you have. That will be 70% over 100. That's to tell you that the powers of your headline is very valid, is vital. You have to put it into consideration if you are starting at the copywriting. So just like I had here, your headline is the most important, the attention of the audience. Yes, because imagine if you are having an headline that does not even speak to anybody, that does not catch the attention of anybody or grab the interest of anybody. God, nobody is going to read it. But then if you have a very good headline, somebody is definitely going to read it. You understand? So for instance here, see how I crafted this now. Struggling to charge for your knowledge. Yes, because the reason why I use this is, even before this class, I have a lot of friends that take courses. They used to come to me, they'll be like, oh, Blessing Alpha, I don't really get sales in selling my course. Why do you think that is? Although me, I don't really sell my course. I do most of my courses for free. Yeah. So I see that it's something that has been rampant, and then most of my friends that take courses, they do come and ask me. So I wrote something on it. So the title was Struggling to Charge for Your Knowledge, Tips on What to Do to Change the Narrative. And I was so surprised for the turnout. But I ended up having to do an handbook that I sent to them, although it is not with me now. I would have actually sent to you for anybody that is interested. So this is a particular headline. Imagine something like this. Anybody that has been having challenges with what? Going into selling their courses. Probably you are a content writer, a copywriter, a digital marketer, a photographer, and then you want to take courses and nobody is paying for your course. Imagine something like this can make them what? Purchase your book or want them to read your content because they know it's going to be beneficial for them. So this is how you craft what? Headlines. Make them what? Make your headlines to be what? Attention grabbing. Catch your what? The audience's attention immediately so that they'll be able to read the body of your content or the part of your content. So the next one is overcome customers' objection. Now, it is important you don't overlook the objection of your customer, because he or she might see your copy but still have concern with trusting your brand. Yes, yes. See, this is very, very important when it comes to copywriting. As a beginner, you must put this into consideration. This is because when we talk about turning your customer objective to when it comes to overcoming your customer's objection, you have to understand that you have to turn this objection to advantage. But how do you turn this objection to advantage? Yes, fine, I would answer that question for you. You do that by what? By giving them that trust, by making sure that, oh, if they're having an objection, like for instance, your customer might see your copy but still have concerns with trust. They might ask you, will your product really be what I want? Will your product work for stretch mark? Will your product give me enough power on my phone? You understand? Different kind of objections will come. Even for the fact that you are a course creator, probably for the example I use in the headline, that do you struggle charging for your knowledge? Tips to use on how to change the narrative. Some might come to you and be like, oh, I want to actually purchase your course, but I don't have up to 2,000 naira. I don't have up to 10,000 naira. Can't you take 1,000 naira? And then as the seller, you just be down that, don't you know the value of the product I'm trying to bring to you? No, you don't address them like that. In fact, you don't make them see reasons to go out of your line, because those people are very, very important. So what do you do is to what? Acknowledge them. This is it here. What you have to do is to what? Acknowledge and empathize with them. You see, humans, we are so selfish. The moment you start to acknowledge them, tell them, oh, and this course is very, very valuable, you see that 2,000 naira cannot even actually cover for the value of this course. At the end of the day, look at what you are going to benefit. You will get a one-on-one mentorship with me. You get a clarity call with me. You have access to all my library in terms of my courses, things that I've been reading to help me stay good in this course. Like, once you list it to them, and then they now start seeing the benefit of what you have to offer, they will trust you. In fact, they will pay. They will go and look for that money and they will pay. But first thing first is what? In order to gain their trust, you have to add a guarantee for them. Don't just tell them that, oh, this is what you have to benefit. No, give them a guarantee. And how do you give them a guarantee, or how do you prove that they can trust you with their money, they can trust you with their valuables and anything without having nothing to lose? It's either you offer them something or you show them testimonial. Yes, this is very, very important. You should offer them what? Something, or you show them testimonials. This testimonial is very, very easy. You can get a free class to organize. Once you organize a free class for some set of persons, and then you teach them some certain things, tell them to go and implement. Once they implement, tell them to come and give you what? Feedback based on what they've done. From that, you can be saving those testimonials. So in case you have a paid class, you can now use those testimonials as a power bank to fuel your own paid courses. So that is how you overcome customers' objection. So instead of somebody coming to tell you that, oh, I don't have money to pay for your course, once they see those testimonies, they'll be like, this thing too is something that I can get if I achieve it. Okay, I'll go and look for the money. You understand? That is the power of copywriting. Copywriting gives you the ability to be able to strategize well, to be able to understand the objections of your customer and ways to which you can prefer solutions to those objections. Now, the next one is dive into your audience psychology. Yeah, when I was talking about overcoming your audience's objection, I have partially mentioned the audience psychology. So the way you craft your copy can boost the perceived value of the product you are selling. A business should evaluate the cost of its product with equivalent offer. Now, when it talks about psychology, now there's a way psychology works. Psychology simply means the science of the mind. I hope we all know that. Psychology is the science of the mind, and that's to tell you how powerful the mind can be. It can either mar you or it can either make you, depending on how you fuel your mind. So that is the way copywriters work. Copywriter works with psychology of the mind. They knows that, oh, my audience is very, very selfish. Anything that has to do with me, they will not patronize me. Anything that has to do with them, if my product is channeled to only them, oh, this is my audience, this is what this product can do for this particular audience. Market it to them in that way, present it to them in that way. In fact, show them values in that way. They will patronize you. But then it starts by what? Evaluating the cost of its product. Evaluate that, okay, at the end of the day, my cost worth 50,000 naira. But then I want to give an offer of 25,000 naira off. You must be able to strike a balance. That is what it means. Don't cheat yourself too much, even though you are trying to please your audiences. But you can play on their psychology. That is what it means. That's the trick. Play on their psychology, but don't cheat yourself too much. So for you to dive into their audience, is it too much for me to be able to carry? It is too much. Slash it to something that you are willing to offer to them as benefits, and then you see that you will start converting your prospects to clients, and then they will be coming for more often time. So one way you can do that is to use stories. Yes, according to research, storytelling is 92% effective, just like the advertisements that you see, because a lot of persons really see themselves resonating to stories, especially if you are telling them story that they can relate to, that they can see themselves into, and they can even get experience or garner a form of knowledge from it. So once you want to start copywriting, you must be very, very practical in storytelling. In fact, if you don't know how to storytell, please go and learn. It's going to really help you in copywriting, because storytelling helps to convert sales by creating cliffhangers. Yes, that's the essence of storytelling. You'll be reading something now, probably you are reading about a guy that fall in love with a girl, and then the family was like, they cannot get married because of so and so tradition, cultures, and the likes of them like that. Storytelling, that's the power of storytelling for you. Storytelling will take you through so many pathways. Storytelling will take you to the upper realm, to the lower realm, put you in the middle realm, where you'll be anticipating a lot of things. Suspense. Storytelling has a lot of trick embedded in it. So as a copywriter, it is very, very important for you to know how to storytell, because it's going to help you convert sales, and that is how you can even deal with your audience's psychology. You can play with their psychology. You can offer them things based on their psychology, and then you can make your own sales equivalent to your product from that particular story that you are telling them. But it should revolve around your audience, what you want your product to project to them, and what your product is capable of projecting to them. So that's the essence. The next one is emphasize your value proposition. Now, when you are talking about when we talk about diving into your audience psychology, it is also important that aside from you diving into your audience's psychology, you have to emphasize your value proposition. Make them know the worth of that particular thing you are offering them, should in case they are not buying that product. Yes, what do I mean? For instance, you are a copywriter, and then you want to take a course on copywriting. You have the respective aspect of copywriting. You have content writing, you have storytelling. Yes, that's also a part. You have what other things? You have tips, yes, to copywriting, how you are able to prospect. Those ones are subtopics on their own, and they really need to digest it very well to be able to copyright. You understand? So always make sure that you break down your product to smaller units, then attach a price to those products. Tell them that, in case you don't know, the total of this product is 100,000 at the end of the day, if you have to take it one after the other from other people. But because you are taking it as a combined cost from me, I can slash it into two, and then you'll be paying me 50,000 naira instead of 100,000. Yes, you have been able to play into their psychology, but then you are emphasizing your own value proposition, because you don't want to appear cheaper to them. In fact, in the market, a lot of products will seem cheap that they can really go to, but if they are seeing the value of your product, they are seeing what they would have actually go outside to go and pay, and then they are able to pay you just one part of it and to learn everything, and then they are seeing the benefits, they will always come for it. Unlike if you are saying, okay, you are slashing it for them because you believe that you want to make sales, you want to be able to generate that lead that you want, and then you are not even giving them the offer or the benefits very well or effectively, like the way they want it. They might not actually turn up for you in the next class or in the next place or in another product you'll be bringing to play. But if you give them a value proposition, you make them see that, this thing I'm giving you, you cannot see it somewhere else. except you come and take the offer now from me, or you come and enjoy the benefit from me. That is what value proposition will help you to do. Now, a value proposition is a sentence that tells your audience why they should buy a product or service from you rather than from your competitor. Do you see it now? Just like what I was saying, that you should be able to what? To highlight your product, attach a price to it, tell them this is the value of each of it. But then because you are coming to meet me to come and enjoy these benefits, this is what I can offer you. And then the benefit and the quality will still be intact. You understand? So to do this, you have to keep your value proposition short, clear, and concise. Yes. You shouldn't make it too long for them so that they will be able to easily access it, share it, and even digest it. For instance, benefits you get from purchasing this course within a deadline duration is one-on-one clarity call and mentorship. You know, in the headline, I said, if you're having challenges selling your course, tips on how you can sell it. Yes, one of the tips which you can use to emphasize your value proposition in that example, it might be something different though. This is not just the only product, you understand, that you can sell with copywriting. We have other numerous products. So based on your niche, based on your product, that is how you should be able to emphasize your value proposition. But this one is just an example that me myself I'm using for this class. So what I said is, you can, if you purchase this course, for instance, I say my course is 10,000 naira for copywriting. That is for 2 weeks, not even for a month. 2 weeks, then a month will be 20,000 naira. But if you are able to pay within 3 days deadline, you will get one-on-one clarity call and mentorship from me. Yes, somebody can see that as an opportunity based on probably the person has been looking for that, and from those that he has been going, they will say, if you want mentorship, you must have achieved this and this. In fact, some people will not mentor you if they see that you are not doing really well the way they expected of you. But then you can use this course as an opportunity to do a clarity call based on yourself, and then mentorship, allow the person guide you, put you through, hold your hands till your legs are firm to stand on their own. So it's an opportunity, and this is under what? Emphasizing your value proposition. So you must be able to prospect well. If you prospect well, you will get the audience you want. You'll be able to market to them and make them take action. That is the essence of copywriting for you. So the next one is, the bonus tip. You know, I said we have 2 framework, which is the word code and then the KOC. Now, this KOC is just like a bonus because it's basically what everybody knows before. Now, it is know your target audience. That's for the K. Then the O is for offer solution. The C is for call to action. Now, let's go right in. I hope you are still listening. Oh. Hello?
Yes, we are here.
I hope you are still in the class.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you're enjoying the class. All right, thank you very much. Please just endeavor to listen. We'll still be done. So the know your target audience it simply means that you have to understand your audience and subject your view to their perspective. A lot of persons, you know why some businesses fail? Businesses fail because they don't really understand who their target audience is. And instead of directing the message to a particular group of person in the society, they end up directing the message to everybody in the society. And at the end of the day, imagine if you have 100% of people occupying society and just 10% is turning up for your product. It's going to really, really make you feel sad and feel down. So how can you overcome that? You can overcome that by first start out. In fact, before you copyright or before you learn how to start copywriting, know who you want to copyright for. Yes, that is important. Decide that, okay, I'm going into the marketing firm strictly and nothing aside marketing firm, nothing like media promotion and all that. No, it's just marketing and it's content marketing I want to be doing. That will make you be able to make research based on content marketing, the new trends on content marketing, and how you can address it. That is what copywriting helps you do. It helps you know your target audience. It helps you be able to identify that, this is the problem that these people are facing. This is how I can offer the solution to them, because you know who your target audience are. But imagine if you are now prospecting everybody together. You might take wrong turns and then it might really not even help you. In fact, you might even take the right turn and then at the end of the day, it might not be substantial, and that would be very, very sad and it will be unappealing. You understand? So how do you start? You start first by understanding your audience. Know what they want. Yes, you have to know what they want so that you can give them what they want. And you will subject their view to their perspective. Do not address their, what this means is that you shouldn't address their problem from your own perspective. Rather, address their problem from their perspective. So yeah, what you have to do is you should employ solution that speaks directly to their needs. Yes, just like I said, relevant to their interests and lifestyle, using a clear language. Yes, one thing that is important too is if you identify these people, identify the form of communication, how they convert. Yes, know how they convert so that you'll be able to dive into their psychology using the way that they interact, the way they behave, the way they eat, talk, sleep, and everything. If it is possible, know all those things. Yes, and it's going to really help you. But the major thing is have a clear tone of passing a message across to your audience. English is a general language. Everybody understands English, but I think some people do not actually understand English. You understand? But then you can use English because it's something that is very, very precise for everybody to understand. But please, there are some English that are bigger than, hey, they are bigger than me, self. So understand, get to know your audience, know how they want their English, and then be able to approach them using that style. It's going to help your business. Now, the second to the last is offer what solution, which is the O. Now, remember the audience about the benefits of the products, not the quality of your service. Now, another reason why some business failed to get leads, generate sales, make a difference, become outstanding in the society is because they always talk about the quality of their service and their products instead of the benefits the audience stands to understand or to enjoy. That is another problem. And it is really causing a lot of controversies and a lot of issues. For you to offer a solution, it means that you have to portray the benefit of your product atop the quality of your product. From the benefits, anybody can get the quality. Yes, because benefit equals quality. Without benefit, I really can't see the quality of your work, of your service or your product. But if I'm convinced about the benefit, that is what me myself as a customer of your product of your product, for you to get is of high quality because you portray your benefits before the quality. In fact, if it is possible, just portray the benefits of the product to your audience. Then they will be able to decide what quality it is. So for instance, I say truth is the best strategy to solve this problem is to get a copy bank. Yes. I was talking about testimonial that other time. Yes, because you have been able to prospect well, you would have gotten a lot of persons to test your products. They would have tested, they would have seen the benefit over time. They will know that this is high quality. In fact, the money I'm paying, I'm cheating this person. Let me come and cheat him the more. That's how people used to say. They don't know that they are doing you the biggest of the favor. You understand? But then, you understand, have a copy bank, store your testimonials, store your products, store the benefits, store the review people give to you, store the feedback people give to you, because at a point in that your business journey, it's going to be very, very important and necessary for you to be able to make or profile other sales, understand, or promote or get further sales. Because if you don't use the right copy, yes, you won't attract your ideal client. A lot of business fail because they don't use the right copy for the ideal client. They are using the wrong copy for the ideal client, using the wrong copy for those, and using the right copy for those that are not their clients. You see it now. So you have to know which copy is right for which client, and then you have to be able to prospect to that particular audience. Now, the last one is call to action. Yes, I was saying something that's called content writing is actually the same as copywriting, but then there's a bit of difference. What differentiates them is the call to action. Although there are some persons that are content writer that knows about copywriting, so they will always use call to action because they know the importance of call to action. That is the bit difference between copywriting and content writing. So call to action, it means that you should never leave your audience hanging in terms of telling them stories, narrating stories, passing your information, and taking them through the ups and downs, putting them into the suspense mood and all that, giving them cliffhangers and all that. Please, it is important that you don't leave them hanging. In order to stop this audience being hanging, or in order to call them off from being hanging, it means that you have to tell them by what? Ordering their next step of action, by telling them what to do in order to what? Fall into your own command. What to do in order to play into your tune. You understand? So that is why call to action is important. So how do you do this? You can do it by using this example. Now let me read it. Looking for more information on how to implement these strategies into your journey, then click on the link in my bio to get started. Yes, this is for the course that I use the headline. For instance, a lot of person might be having issues based on the particular problem that you highlight. They don't have money for it, but then you know that you have offer for these people that don't have full money to pay for your course. Probably you remove a thing, once they go to use that other one, they've seen the benefits, and then they've started making money, they can come for more. So you can always tell them that, oh, forget the fact that you don't have money now. If you are looking for more information because more goodies are your way and all that, more exciting offers, then click on the link in my bio. Follow me, like my content, do this one, do that one. Understand? That is a form of call to action, although that might not really be important or necessary, depending on your own business. Yes, I used to emphasize that. Depending on your own business, your organization, your brand, you understand? That is how you should. Will be, oh, what are you still waiting for? Are you still waiting for the deadline of this course? Quickly register, because the benefit of this course is very, very much, and it is guaranteed that you shouldn't even afford to miss it, or you can't afford to miss it. Yes, something like that can be called to action. Some people will be like, oh, instead of purchasing this course for 70,000 naira, if you are able to purchase it before 9/4 today, then you can get it for 50,000 naira. That is another call to action. So depending on what products, what services you are rendering, that is how you should be able to do a call to action. But please do not forget that you shouldn't leave your audience hanging. If you don't know what to tell them, you can tell them, you can use the example of this that I've used. You can use this one to tell them to what? Follow you, so that from following you, they can get to know other things that you do. And from there, they can get to what? To patronize you. Now, we are now coming to benefits. We've talked about copywriting. We said that copywriting is not just for a set of individuals in the society. Then we talk about who a copywriter is, why you have to hire a copywriter, or even you becoming one, because it is needed in the business world. It is needed to make your brand be able to generate more sales and more leads. Now you see all those benefits. Now, why you should be a copywriter yourself instead of hiring somebody to do it for you. You understand? So one is, it drives sales and it generates leads. I've been saying this in each of the slides. Yes, because that is one of the very, very vital or important, most fundamental benefit of copywriting. It will always help you promote your sales, help you boost your sales, help you generate leads, because it will really give your brand that visibility that's what that brand needs, and it will be able to convert your audience to take actions where necessary. Now the next one is, it promotes brand visibility and credibility. Yes, it's just intertwined with this one. Now, the reason why I said it's intertwined is because, I said to drive sales, you have to promote your brand visibility. Yes, from brand visibility, you can now get a lot of sales, in terms of a lot of money coming in for your business, or a lot of profits coming in for your business. That is if you are able to strategically position yourself as somebody that your audience trusts. Though we are talking about overcoming your audience's objection. If you can successfully do that, it's going to really give your brand that power of visibility that the brand wants. And then you'll be able to now convert those audience to generate sales and to drive leads. Yes. So that's another importance of copywriting. The number 3 is, it uses emotions to seal deal through storytelling. Yes. This one is how you are able to now play with your audience's psychology, how you are able to turn their selfish psychology to your own advantage, how you are able to prospect very well so that you don't miss out on what your audience wants. It all starts by identifying your audience, know what they want, know what they like, know what they dislike, know the kind of products that they like buying, and then the benefits attached to those products should be very, very, very of high quality, and it should be stated to them, so that at the end of the day, they'll be able to see that, yes, this person is telling me the truth, nothing but the truth, and there's nothing else apart from the truth. So through storytelling, you are able to what? To seal their emotions. You're able to make them to what? To conform to your own what? Message, and able to what? Make them patronize brand, um, get to apply for your services and all that. Another benefit of copywriting is it is used to propel the reader to take action. Yes, when we talk about the bonus tip, we talk about call to action. In copywriting, you don't leave your audience hanging, because that's a wrong approach to copywriting. But whenever you write a copy, make sure that even if you are passing information, tell them what to do. Don't just pass information and leave them. Yes, tell them, oh, follow my page, oh, like this post, oh, look at the comment section, and then like the subsequent comments there. Or can I get your view on this particular message? What do you think about this particular message? Make your copies interactive. Make them benefit from your copy by projecting themselves, seeing themselves from that copy, and then make it something that will be interactive enough for anybody to be interested in. That is how you can generate sales, you can generate lead, make your company visible from copywriting. And this is of the essence of propelling them to take action, using the call to action framework. Now the last one is it is used to promote ads, emails, and social media posts. Yes, it's just like when we were giving examples of how useful copywriting could be, or where it could be subjected to practice. We said you can use it to promote ads. That's, you can use it to write content or copies for advertisements, for either TV promotions, magazine promotions, audio promotion, even big brand promotion for Coca-Cola, for which other one? For Airtel, anything, both the media and advertising agencies. It is very, very welcome in all aspects of business. So further business wants to market, wants to become visible and all that. Now, emails, this can be for personal use, and it can also be for corporate use. It can be for newsletters, where you get some list of people on your emails who you send messages to daily for feedback, or probably to get in touch with them, or to make sure that they are somebody that you can always get across to. That's the essence of it. And social media posts, that is majorly for Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Google, the SEO writing, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, all of you understand. It is very, very vital, and it is beneficial to all these things. So even if you are not a corporate businessman yet, or a corporate businesswoman yet, you can use it for your social media posts. Even if you are not a blogger, you can use it for your own personal development, own personal branding, in order for you to project yourself to people's face, to get them to like you. Then later, if you now have business ideas that are coming up, you cannot project it there, and then people will still buy from you. So that's the essence of copywriting. So quickly, let me do a run through of what we've actually discussed so far. Just like I mentioned, we discussed that copywriting is for everybody, because it is not limited to a particular set of persons. So if you are a corporate businessman, woman, or even if you own a personal brand, you can dive copywriting into play in order for you to be able to make use of it for your own business importance. Now we also talk about the business ideology. The business ideology of copywriting, or to help you know why copywriting is fundamental to business. And we talked about the business ideology in terms of telling you that business is all about selling and buying. Now the seller is the slave, because the seller always wants to please the buyer. The buyer is the king, because the buyer is always the person that will give you money in exchange for your product and services. So what do you do in order for you to make this person action? You have to be able to convert them to to buy your product, to patronize you for your services. And how do you do that? Is either you become a copywriter, or you hire a copywriter. So how do you do that if you don't want to hire a copywriter, because you think that the money you will be spending on copywriting at the end of the day in order to advertise your goods will be too much? considering the fact that you are just a beginner, you can then become a copywriter. And now, how do you have to become a copywriter? By just following the framework, because everything has a pattern. Once you are able to follow that pattern, you are going to strive. Once you are able to effectively subject the use of those patterns to whatever you are doing, then you are going to be able to stand out. So we said the framework is the code, and then the KOC. The code is for how you convert your headlines, how you get a very good headline to convert your audiences. The O is for how you overcome your audience objection. Yes, how you make their objection become favorable to you. You project your benefit to them, and then let them do the rest. Then the D is for dive into their words, their psychology. Use their psychology, their selfish desire, to your own words, to your own use. Make use of it by telling them stories, captivating stories that can what transform their mind, that can make them always come to you to come and patronize you. Then the E is for what? Emphasize your value proposition. You shouldn't be neglected as a copywriter, because it's very, very fundamental. If you don't tell them the value of your courses and what they stand to go and get, or how much they stand to go and get it outside, but because of the fact that they are getting it from you, they are going to slash your price to something that is beneficial for both of you, and then they can even enjoy the benefits the more. They're going to trust you understand? So the K is for you to know your target audience, know what they want, know how they like to be communicated to, then pass your message as regards that. The O is for you to offer solution, because everybody has a problem. In fact, society at large has a problem. We are looking for a particular beneficiary that can help us solve our problem, because wants are what? Wants are numerous. Yes, our wants as human beings are numerous. It cannot even be satisfied because they are insatiable according to economics. So how do you do that? You cannot address the wants of all society members. So you have to recognize a particular set of individual in the society. Oh, you know that this is their problem. You know, this is what your company, your brand, your business, your organization offers product to to help them get their desired settled. You can then market to them, tell them by convincing them that, oh, this is the benefit you stand to gain. Not even we that we are selling it, not even because we want to take your money, but because we know that this is important for you, for your own daily survival, and you would need it to carry out your daily activities. They would surely buy for you, and it depends on how. Then the C is for you. You shouldn't leave them hanging. You shouldn't tell them you pass a message across the other, but you're leaving them like that. No, tell them what to do. Tell them what you expect them to do, and let them act based on what they've digested so far from your copy, from your writing, from your content. And then trust me, the benefit of copywriting is so very much that your business is going to enjoy. Your business is going to flourish. Your business is going to thrive. Even you as a brand promoter, you're going to enjoy your brand. You'll be able to see yourself as somebody of importance because you have been able to subject the tool of copywriting to practical aspects of your life. So that's it. Thank you very much. We can now come to the question and answer section. Is there any question? Yes, please. I'm even awaiting questions right now because copywriting is a very practical form of writing, and it has to do with a lot of clarity. It has to do with a lot of suggestions, a lot of comments, observations, and all that. And I really like to answer those questions. If you have a comment, you can pass the comment. If you have an observation, you can pass it. If you have a question, you can raise it.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, my name is Christiana. And my question goes like this. With everything you said about content writing and copywriting, if I am to be clear, you are saying that content writing and copywriting, that there is no clear difference.
Hello, continue. I'll answer you once you are done. Is that just the question?
That's number one. Then number two, in the aspect of storytelling that you're talking about, I write for a company, but basically that company is not a company that is here in Nigeria, and what they actually want me to be writing about is concerning, okay, how to promote maybe African students studying abroad, what to make them feel at home and stuff like that. So in the aspect of bringing a story as in storytelling in this kind of scenario, I don't know, is it that you tell stories about what and what? I would like you to throw more light in this angle.
All, all right then. Thank you very much. That's a very good question. Now, for content writing and copywriting, actually there is a difference. There's a difference because it is something that you can always see. Although these days we believe that content writing is the same with copywriting, because a lot of content writers, they used to put call to action to their content. So the major distinguishing factor to copywriting and content writing is the call to action. In fact, that call to action is what makes your copy to stand out, because it means you are not just giving them a message. Remember, I said that you are not just giving them a message. In fact, you are not just directing that message to your particular audience. You are directing that message to your audience in form of, probably, if you want to educate them, encourage them, inspire them, or motivate them. But then you are telling them what to do. Remember, I said in business, make what profits. You have to put your the motive of the business is to drive profit. If the business is not driving profit, then there is no essence to you treating your customer as a king in the first place. So how do you distinguish yourself? That is why copywriting is now fundamental, because copywriting will involve you calling them to take a particular action based on what you want them to do. That is one. So it means that copywriting and content writing is different. Yes, there is a slight difference, and the difference is always what is always visible. But then we use them interchangeably these days. But then I believe it's something that is accepted so far your business is making the leads that they want and they are generating the sales that they want. That's one. Then the number two, if I should hear you correctly, you were talking about the storytelling aspect and how you can use storytelling to boost sales. Is that it? Is that the question?
So the question is, in the aspect of you now trying to generate maybe leads or trying to pass information as regards to
Yes.
the objective of the company, maybe promoting maybe a particular country's culture to a particular
Yes.
country for students, maybe studying all over there, and not
Yeah.
only giving them information about how to live, how to study, how to see a doctor and stuff like that. Maybe you want to create a story for them. What kind of stories do you think that will generate more leads or make them comment or ask questions that will make the page more interactive?
All right, all right. That's a very, very great one. And it actually requires a form of deliberation, because just like you said, they are not low research. Yes. Make research based on who they are, what they want. And yes, a lot of issues are controversial now. In fact, using Nigeria as a case study, we have a lot of undergraduates that want to leave Nigeria presently to go study an angle, a very, very enticing angle you can start it from. You know, now the thing is, I think what you are trying to say is you don't want to address it in the wrong perspective, probably because you feel they are not in Nigeria. But then you can use Nigeria as a case study. Yes, it is different if you are using something as a case study than presenting it as if it is happening here. No, you can use it as a case study. So it depends on how you are able to package the message you want to tell them. And I believe you would have actually
Okay.
known what you guys about whatever you want to
I
say.
didn't get that. I would have actually known what.
If I receive,
Mm.
which you can sell to them for storytelling. But storytelling has to do with what is it? So come on, let me just round up on the question. Storytelling is not something that deals with a particular strategy. Storytelling is just making them see what they want. Yeah, it all depends on you understanding what they want. So if you know what they want, you'll be able to address it. You'll be able to tell a story based on what they want. But then you can always use case studies as samples. Yes, you can do that, and there will be changes. So thank you very much for that question. I hope I'm able to answer your question.
Yes, yes. I will try to do more research on that
If there's
and look into it more deeply to see how to craft stories that regards to that angle. Then another question I have is how to how to get copies to generate, like when topics are out of your head and even when you check online to probably see if there's anything to write on and topics are just far away from you. How do you generate topics that you can use to craft out content? I thought you said you have something like solo. I thought you said you have something like solo. No.
Hear you. I don't know what is happening. I can't hear.
I can't hear you. I don't know. Probably there is maybe maybe the audio just maybe disconnected. I can't hear you. Try doing that.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Femi. Are we done for today's class? I am online. I don't know. I can't hear anything. Thank you.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me proper now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. That was why I had to log out so you can hear me. I'm so sorry for
All right.
that. Oh, did you hear the way I answered the questions? Do you hear that?
I did not.
Oh my God. Okay, please ask the question again now. Let me respond.
I wasn't the
Wow.
one that asked the question though.
Yeah. Okay, I guess the questions I received was how to get content. That is if you run
Yeah.
out of content, right? So I
Yeah, I
shared
think
that
so.
content is actually, there's one interesting thing about content, and it's very funny as well. Content is very, very dynamic in the sense that there are some times that we have experiences. It might be due to our day-to-day activities, the way we take the way we experience some things daily. You can use that as a content idea, because content is something that we see around us. It is something that we have around us. It is something that would always what experience around us. So at times there are some times that you won't even know what to write on your products. You won't know what to how to pass the messages depending on your product. But there are some experiences that will be very, very important, and at the end of the day you can join it as an idea to your own particular product. So it starts with you being observant. Yeah, there are sometimes you have to be observant of some things that are happening around you as an experience. Yes, it can just come, might not be really sending messages, but it can come in form of you educating your audience. That way you might really stay, you might stay and then you don't run out of content. Another way you can do is to find a particular niche. This has to do with if you've identified the niche at which you want to write, or the particular company you want to write for. There are some other people that would have been doing that particular thing before. In fact, content, one way to generate content and not to run out of content is that what you want to write about, it has been said before. Yes, what you want to write about, it has been said somewhere before. Somebody might have even posted, but then you can rephrase the message.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Look at their copies, look at how they write copies, look at the topics that they what discussed on, then what formulate some certain things based on that. It's going to help you. So just the best thing is just to keep on making research. Once you make research, you are promoting your brand, promoting yourself, promoting your organization, promoting your products. Have I been able to answer that question?
Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think the last question I had for that, I don't know, should I go ahead to supply answer or you cash down? Do you get the answer to that one?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yes,
can
I
hear you.
got it. So many content have been out there, but I am thinking of the best way how best one can get one's content. A repackaged content, content can be repackaged and be sellable to the audience because so
Yeah,
many
the
contents
best way
have
you,
been written already. So how to repackage it now is the issue. Thank you.
yes, that is why I said your own personal research comes to play. The first thing you have to do in that regard is to know what your product is all about. For instance, your product cannot be all about phone, probably you selling phone accessories, you selling laptop, and then you are talking about makeup kit and all that. No, it means that you have to know what your product is all about, understand the benefit your product can offer to somebody, then make research based on the topic you want to discuss about. For instance, you are selling phone and then you want to talk about a particular design or a particular product of the phone that is coming out. You can talk about the old product, talk about the limitations of that old product. You can use it as a content idea to market or to sell that new product that is coming out. For instance, you can talk about iPhone 7. There are so many limitations to iPhone 7, right? I'm just using an example now. One of the
Yeah.
limitations is that for your front
Yes.
camera, you cannot have portrait for the front camera, right? And then the quality
Yes.
of the pictures too, very sound, just like once you have the 11 Pro Max, the 13 Pro Max, or the 12 Pro Max. Shebi, that is like a kind of
Yes.
limitation that you can use to market subsequent products. So what you have to do is
Okay.
understand your products. You understand the benefit
Yeah.
your product is what trying to give out to your audience, then create something on that. It's going to be very, very good for the audience because it's going to make them navigate the benefits of your product and then know how to even approach those products.
It's okay. Thank
Yeah,
you very much. I
you're
appreciate.
welcome. You're welcome. Is that all?
Yes. For
All
now.
right. I think you're the only one. Yes, yeah. I'm so sorry for that.
I appreciate. I'm all good. No problem. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you very much. See you next class.
Thank
Bye.
you. Same here.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.